All right, all right. Feeney Talks with Friends, episode 160. I guess I owe Matthew McConaughey a check. Do I have to send him a check now? I heard he copyrighted. All right, all right. What do you think about that?
I hope he didn't.
We're having a great podcast today with some good friends. Jake, what's up, Jake?
Hello, it's nice to be here.
Max.
Really, really excited to be here.
And a great friend and a good supporter, Billy.
Be a good friend. That's the motto of Friends of Feeney. And let's go. I brought my two best friends, Jake and Max. The boys just turned 28 yesterday, and movies they just love them. So,
yes, we do.
Yeah, from animation to the first movie, adult movie, The Italian Job. And since then, they'll tell you the rest of the story.
Yeah, movies are a great way to, do you guys talk about them after as a family? Do you guys compare and contrast notes and how you feel about them?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, I've been doing that with my daughter, and I just find it so interesting. And Bill, as a dad, rewatching movies that we grew up with your children is like watching them all over again. Isn't it amazing?
Yeah, totally different perspective, and it's great. A big scene's going to come up, and watching your kids and not watching the show, seeing how they're going to react to it. Yeah, so much fun.
Like the end of Carlito's Way, when you want Carlito to get on the subway and just be free to Miami, my daughter sits up and she's like, and then Benny Blanco gets him at the end, and she was like, no, and I knew it was coming, but she didn't, and it was just so amazing. Movies are fantastic. We're here with the Movie Critic today. Amazing podcast, our amazing website.
Yes. Site, I write reviews for them.
Yep, you write reviews. And we have a cameo actor who just starred in a famous movie that's killing it these days. How was that?
It was a very interesting experience. It happened very randomly. Yep. And
which movie was that, Jake?
Marty Supreme, which now has been nominated for 9 Academy Awards. And I got to be in it for the first 5 minutes. As a background in the background.
So you're an extra next
to
Timothy Chalamet, who's the hottest star in Hollywood these days.
He seems to be,
9 nominations.
Yes.
Did you get to meet him and Gwyneth?
Yes. No, I didn't. Gwyneth wasn't in the scene, so I didn't meet her, but I did meet him.
Yeah.
And he
seems like the real deal.
He was very nice. He said hello, and we said hello, and he just got right to work. He didn't goof around on set at all. He was
all business.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah,
he worked really hard for that role, right?
When I was there, he certainly did.
Sure.
Yep.
So yeah, and I think the rest of the movie shows he did as well. So, yeah.
I know we have 4 movies that we're going to talk about. That was one movie I didn't get a chance to see just yet, but it is on my list.
You'll enjoy it. It's excellent.
Okay.
Yeah. And how many Golden Globes did it just get a couple weeks ago?
He won Best Actor in a Comedy.
All right.
Is it a comedy?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, well, Max, to break it down how they do that in Best Movie in the Oscars is a little different than Best Movie in the Golden Globes, right? Aren't there 2 categories?
Yeah, the Oscars don't divide categories into genres, but the Golden Globes do. And usually they do it based on what's going to have enough room. So kind of like how the Emmys does it.
So they'll have Best Comedy, Best Horror Movie, Drama Movie. Maybe probably not horror, but where the Oscars is just Best Movie.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay, learned something new. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, really excited. Episode 160 plays a role. I mentioned that earlier. Number 160, when you're talking films, when you submit a script, the pages can be no shorter than 70 pages and no more than 160 pages. Look at that. And it fits our podcast, Talking Movies, today.
All right.
Also, Sir Michael Caine has acted in 160 movies. How many awards has he won?
He 2 Oscars, I think, right? 2.
Very good.
Yes.
Yeah, very good. That was a trivia question.
Well, between the 4 of us, there's only been 1 person in a movie, and that's Jake. So congratulations, Sonia.
Thank you.
That's great.
It was in a movie. So so your dad was telling me a little bit. You're walking down the street in New York, and
I was just honestly, this was when I was in my old apartment on 72nd Street, and I was honestly just out getting a hot dog one day, and woman approached me and she said that she was a casting agent and that she happened to like my look. She thought it was 1950s. I don't know. I've never really thought about it, but that's what she said. And she wanted to know if I'd be interested being an extra in an A24 movie with Timothée Chalamet. Obviously, I said yes. And I went in probably a week or so later. And I've never been an extra before in a movie, so I got to see how that worked. And there's a lot of standing around, a lot of waiting around, but I got to see myself up on screen in the theater, and that feeling was
my goodness,
it was awesome. So
super cool.
That's great. Yeah, Jennifer Venditti, is that her name?
I believe that's her name.
It's a
Yeah,
casting agent. So when Jake told us, we said kind of, we checked her out. She's totally legit. And then when she said that Jake looks like, he had a look that maybe he would look like he's from the 50s, I told Lisanne, does that mean we're from the 30s? But it worked out great, and we saw Jake on the big screen Christmas Day. That's what we did for the holidays.
Can't wait to see it.
Yep.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm jealous. I want to be in a movie. Maybe Matthew McConaughey, when I send him the check for the all right, he'll put me in a movie.
Exactly.
Or maybe Timothy Chalamet will put me in a movie. No, it's great. Were you smoking a cigarette in the movie? I heard. Rumor has it. Or faking?
On set, I was pretending to.
Yep.
Yeah, I pretended to while we were filming. I think that scene didn't end up going into the movie, so it wasn't really necessary.
Okay.
I think I only appear on screen a few times, but I'm in the same position. I'm leaning over the ping pong table.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And
Kind of a dark. He's playing ping pong in a bar. It's totally cool. Great opening scene for the movie. Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, it was a good opening scene.
That's awesome. Are you getting paid still? You getting checks in the mail?
Oh no, it was only a one-time thing.
Millions?
Like 500 or something. Yeah,
very
not
cool.
bad. Yeah.
I had a student once, Jordan Booker, my guy. He was in a couple Law and Order episodes. He did modeling, and they had the face, and they needed a kid. That's it.
All right.
Good for him.
That's so cool. And then Max, you guys, all my listeners, you may have seen Max in episode 127, almost a year ago today.
Yeah, lots happened since then.
Yeah. So let's get right into it. How's Resistance? How's Revolution? How's Reclamation?
That's going really good. I finished the first season, writing the first season. I'm still in the beginning of Revolution, the first episode of which will be an 8-episode miniseries, and then I can move on to season 2 of Resistance, and then when that's over, season 3, and then Reclamation. But the first season and the miniseries are intertwined, so that kind of requires a certain level of focus.
Yeah.
But when I'm done with that, I think that the writing will go much faster.
How many episodes have you written from season 1?
10.
10.
Wow.
Yeah, good for you.
It was so cool, too, then you stuck that, because on podcast 127, I highly suggest everyone go back and listen. You said you're going to do season 1 of Resistance, and in between season 1 and season 2, you're doing a mini-series.
Yes.
Where'd you get that idea? That's an amazing idea.
I've
I've never seen it done before.
Well, there's more. I already had a lot of characters that I wanted to write before I actually started. But once I started, I ended up adding more than I had anticipated. And it just made more sense to have that kind of... There's more room for backstory than there is in film, usually. So, some characters will appear like very briefly, but then later on during the series, you'll see certain scenes again, but from a different point of view. So you'll see things in a different way.
Oh, wow.
And your ultimate goal you want to watch that on?
Netflix, hopefully. Maybe HBO Max. We'll see.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck just had The Rip. That's on Netflix.
Yes.
Did you see that Matt Damon came out in an interview and said that Netflix encourages the movies to really be prominent with the storyline and not pull anything away or hide anything because viewers are on their phones? Did you hear that? Did you see that? Do you agree?
I didn't see the interview, but I heard that he said that. I think that, I certainly am not someone that would ever want to alienate or disrespect audiences, but, I'm more than happy for anyone within the film industry to do what they need to fix a lot of the problems that are going on, but audiences really have got to step up and do their share too.
Yeah. I know back on 127, you were like, audience members also need to stop complaining about, do you remember?
The runtime. Like, why would you show up otherwise?
Yeah. It's interesting that you said that because watching movies with my daughter, I'm like, 2 hours and 30 minutes, 2 hours and 40 minutes. And I remember Max telling me, hey, Feeney, don't worry about the runtime. Sit back and enjoy the movie. And
audiences are like a good chunk of the time are often like children that won't eat their vegetables. They're very restless. They don't know what's good for them. They're just very shaky and anxious, and they can't, like, it's like a lot of audiences have such a hard time focusing. And I don't know, it's like it's treated very simplistically, like, oh, I'm going to the movies, but there's something so much bigger to it than that, They just, I don't know, it's a luxury, but it's a luxury that a lot of them seem to take for granted. But of course, there are so many amazing audiences too, and I'm always grateful for that. I'm sure we are going to see more of that this year because there's a lot of good stuff that's coming out. So
nice,
okay.
Nice.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to head off, and you break it down. All right. I can't wait to see. All right. Be a good friend.
Be a good
Jake,
friend.
Take over. All right.
No, let's talk about something that you both participated in, and I really want to hear about this Venice Film Fest in Venice. Did you guys go to Venice, Italy?
We did. That was very unexpected, and it was in the September of 24, and it was actually a gift from our paternal grandmother. She surprised us. I really don't know what the occasion was, but I guess she just for whatever reason, she decided that that's what she was going to surprise us with that. So it was just Max and I who attended the film festival. She and my mom kind of toured there during the day.
Grandma went too? Billy's mom?
Yes. Yeah, she went.
She's 90 plus. Right, Bill?
91.
See?
Yeah.
I see pictures. Billy she's amazing. Worcester.
Yes.
Oh, wow. She went to Venice.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, nice. All right, we'll play a game. In Venice, what was the first thing that you did, the last thing that you did, the best thing that you did, and the worst thing that you did?
The worst thing I did was the vaporettas at the end of not just one, but every time we went to go see a film. I hated using them. I could not figure out how to do it, and I never will again.
Oh, I'm a third grade teacher. Never been to Venice. Can you explain what you just said and what was
the
that?
The vaporettas are the water taxis, and it's so hard trying to figure out how to figuring out how to use them. They never, like, we go to where they say we're going to go, and then they never show up. And it's just, and I know that it's because I wasn't looking at it right or reading it right. It's just so confusing. It's,
I thought it was a movie term. It's the way the transportation in Venice.
That sounds like one.
Sorry about that.
No.
I was confused. Oh, wait, do you take it like a bus? Like you hop on like the subway?
Exactly. Like a water bus. And it was really hot when we went, so that didn't help. But,
Vaporetto.
Yeah, at the end, like, every time we saw a movie, I was like, God, I wish I could just enjoy this without having to think about how we're going to get home afterwards. No, we enjoyed the movies we saw. I mean, the films that year were so great. We picked a good year to go. Well, we didn't pick, but we got lucky with a great selection. So,
Grandma. Thank you, Grandma.
Yeah.
All right, worst thing. Vaporetto. What about best, first, and last?
The films. That auditorium was absolutely ginormous. I've never seen anything so big and grand in our lives. And, and we didn't have the same seats for the entirety of the festival. So it was really interesting watching movies from various viewpoints throughout the time. One of the times we were at like the farthest left side and at the very front, so the screen looked very different than, say, when we were sitting in the way back. And then sometimes we were like towards the front, never directly in the middle. But it is interesting, the various that audiences do have very different preferences on seating, how they like the screen to look. Some audiences really prefer being like way up front and having to look up, which is kind of unusual, but it's interesting for sure.
Jake, best, worst, first, last?
Yes, though honest, I would probably say the worst was probably the heat. It was really hot over there.
Oh, wow.
They don't even have, I don't think they really have ice there either. So, they do, but they sell it in like a big bag. And so we kind of had to organize it in our freezer. And it was just, it's a beautiful city, but it's not traditionally safe. It was hot. It was hot, but that would probably be the worst thing. And then the best thing, I agree, were the films. We got very lucky that year with a great lineup. The Brutalist was one of the films in competition, and that was nominated for a bunch of stuff. So we got to see that there. We saw a few episodes as well of the Apple TV miniseries Disclaimer as well. They did that in a other section, so that was cool. We saw Angelina Jolie and in person. Yes, we did. Witness, not like engage with. She was stepping off of a boat and looked like she had stuff to do other than, didn't have time for us. Enough within our eye range that we truly saw her get out. And, yeah. And then we saw Vincent Lindon, who's a French actor who we like, and he ended up actually winning the best actor prize at Venice that year. And he was in the screening of his film. I think it was called The Quiet Son, something like that. Yeah. And we gave a big applause at the end for him, and that was really nice. So it was just, that's really why we went there, was the festival, and I was happy to be able to experience that with you, Max. That was, definitely.
Yeah, I had a great time.
Yeah, it was wonderful. And then, so that was the best and worst, I would say.
Nice.
And I don't know what your other...
First thing you did and the last thing you did.
Oh, yes. First thing we did was find our driver who got us to our villa that we rented. And
man, you're living it up.
Yeah.
Villas.
Yes.
Vespadas? Did I say that right? What was it?
I think so.
No. The water transportation.
Vaporettas.
What is it?
Vaporettas.
I'm a fool. I don't know that one. All right, Vaporettas. I'm going to remember.
Yeah, and then the last thing we did, I believe, was before we left, I think I had crepe that morning. I think which are very good. So,
Hello, strawberry and banana crepe?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only way to go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What about a couple years earlier, Philly Film Festival?
Yes. You know what? This year that I went, I think this past year of 25, I think was probably my favorite because, first of all, I'd seen the most films there than I'd ever seen. I think
how many?
20 something, at least
21,
maybe 22.
Of the films that won, you saw all 21?
No, 22 films I saw this year at the festival in Philly. Some of them were from had premiered in Venice, some of them from Cannes. But no, I'd seen
you'd seen 21.
I'd seen 21. Yeah,
Wow.
It was 21. But there are free feeders there in Philadelphia that we use. One of them had just completely gotten redecorated, so it looks gorgeous. One of the feeders I'd never even been to before, so this year I finally got to go to all free. And it was so many people showed up. Philadelphia has a great community for sure.
Yeah. Is it by the Liberty Bell? Is it by where the Sixers play? Where is it?
You know what? It's interesting. They're all sort of spread out. None of them are particularly.
There's an East Theater.
Yeah.
And then there's the main theater, which is near, I think I don't know what building it is that's in the center. But kind of like right in downtown Philadelphia. And then there's.
Oh, yeah, Broad Street.
Right. And then there's the new one that we went to. And where is that located, Max? Do you know?
That is located. It's
I don't remember either, but it's on probably the other side of town.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
They did a great job.
Yeah.
How many years have you been going to that?
I've been going since 2019. 2020 was virtual, so yeah, but I've partaken every year since then.
Very cool.
Major sponsored by
AKA Hotels, Larry Corman. He is wonderful, and he is as passionate about cinema as I am, and it's been great. We've gone on such a long journey together.
Yeah, we mentioned AKA Hotels minute 26 of our last podcast. So when's the last time you interacted with him? Or
I think it was the festival. I mean, he and I really don't get to see each other that often.
Same.
It really sucks, but he's so phenomenal, and he's very generous, and he does so much great work for people. He's very selfless, and he's just very passionate about cinema and the arts in general. So, yeah, I'm very proud of him. We did stay at his new AKA in Boston back in December, so that was a great way to end the year. So, yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. You ready to break down some movies?
I am.
Oh, yeah. What happened last year after my podcast? Someone reached out to you, saw our podcast. What happened?
Dennis House, he had me on, and it was a really fun experience, and getting to share my predictions, and I hope to do it again this year. We'll see. So, yeah, we definitely have a lot to talk to him about, too.
Yeah, so it was great that Dennis House gave me a nice little shout out prior to that episode, or at the beginning of your episode. So thank you, Dennis. He was episode 25. Great friend. You were awesome on the show. Your predictions all hit, right?
They did, yeah.
I know. Did your predictions change from the predictions that you made on our podcast?
No, I don't think so.
My recap. Let's go over your 2025 recap. You had best picture was Brutalist. You had that picked.
I did. Yes, I thought that was going to win.
It did. Director.
I
think you said Brutalist.
No, it did. Well, it didn't win.
It didn't win either of those things.
That's one incorrect. That was one of your actress. Remember who you said and who won?
I mean, I changed my predictions from when I went on.
Oh, nice. What made you do that?
The SAGs had come. The SAG Awards had come.
Smart.
And sometimes you do your predictions do change. It's tough. I think this year is harder now. I think that there are quite a few categories where surprises could be in order.
Yeah. No, you're great. Those are the two out of 20 that I noticed. But I'd still have to see The Brutalist because of that. And Adrian Brody won.
He was perfect.
No, it was great. Any predictions? I want to get into your... So that was a review of 2025. He changed, and you hit them all on the head at Dennis House. That was amazing. Channel 8. Be on the lookout for Max. He will be going on again for the Oscar previews. Again, Dennis House, good friend. Episode 25. I just saw him today.
Oh, very good.
Yep. All right. Want to get into 26. Who's going to win? Let's make some predictions and why. Best picture. Are you guys together? Different?
We're probably different.
Oh, let's hear it.
Why don't you go first, Max?
I think One Battle After Another will win picture and director. I do think Chalamet will win lead actor. Best actress is tough. It's either going to be Jessie Buckley or Rose Byrne. I do think it will be Jessie Buckley. She's been very popular, and she was great. So I'll be happy for her if she wins. I think that Jacob Elordi will end up winning Best Supporting Actor for Frankenstein. I think that Stellan Skarsgård is probably the only other person who could beat him, but that would be for sentimental reasons, and he wasn't even nominated for the SAG. So I think Elordi will end up winning.
We'll talk more about Frankenstein, Sinners, One Battle After Another, and Train Dreams next. But before we do that, Jacob Elordi, is he Frankenstein in the movie? Or is
He's the creature.
The creature, you're right,
Yes.
because Frankenstein's the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
He's the Frankenstein's monster.
Yes, and then Best Supporting Actress I'm hoping Tiana Taylor will win. If not, Amy Madigan will win for Weapons, which I also loved very much. That was really entertaining. It was probably it was really fun. It was definitely good escapism. That movie was. But yeah, I think Tiana will win, and I really think she deserves it. So I think she'll win.
She was not in the whole movie. Right?
No.
She was the mom that kind of...
She was in the movie for only the first 30 minutes. I mean, that's, I guess, what you would call a supporting performance. Right?
Good point.
Yeah.
All right, we got the blue pen out. We did Max's picks with the blue pen. Let's hear Jake's picks. Best picture, and you go down the list.
I mean, realistically, I think that as of this moment, it looks like it's going to be One Battle After Another for picture and director. It's not impossible if Sinners surprises everyone and gets those 2 awards, which is kind of what I'm hoping for, because it's already made history so far by being the most receiving the most nominations for a single film, 16. And I think I think that for like a mainstream Hollywood film, it broke a lot of barriers as it was. So that could probably surprise all of us in many ways. I do think that actor will most likely go to Chalamet, and actress will probably go to Jessie Buckley, which I'll be happy for her. I would rather Rose win, but we'll see. And Best Supporting Actor, I think, will be Stellan Skarsgård. He's an old-timer and a veteran actor and really good. And I think that...
Did you guys see Sentimental Value?
Yes, and it was great. And I also think that that will win Best Supporting Actress as well. The sister in that movie, Inga, she's a Norwegian actress. What's her name? Inga Ibsdottir Lulius, if I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, she's great.
You seem to be in agreement on all of them, except supporting actor.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're really excited to see your predictions come true. You hit it on the head last time. Also last time, amazingly, you went down from 1978 to present day and did every Oscar picture winner in order. Super impressive. That was it was amazing. 56. Go back and check this guy out. He did every winner from 1978. Can you do that? You don't have to now, but can you?
I can, yes.
Wow, you guys are amazing. Your movie knowledge is through the roof. Where did that inspiration come from? Where did you guys learn to love movies? Why? How?
Probably my probably my childhood.
Yeah.
I guess found it cool that visuals could move on screen and they could talk and they could make you feel things. I thought that was like magic in a way. And I remember just, as a kid, you like bright, shiny colors and you like things that kind of draw your attention. And I always felt that way when I saw the old Paramount logo with the stars coming down.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. So I have very vivid memories of that. And, and I have a very strong photographic memory. So I'm able to remember the way that certain shots line up. And I just, I'm just.
Yeah. My memorable movie, I saw E.T. in the drive-in.
Right.
Cried like a baby when E.T. went home,
Yeah.
and I wish he stayed with Elliot. Still to this day,
Icon.
gets me.
Icon.
Great movie.
Yeah.
So one of those movies like makes you fall in love with movies.
Yep.
What was your E.T. movie? Do you have like a movie that you remember that just like, man, this is it? This is what I love?
At that age?
Yeah.
Probably not when I was that young.
Yeah.
I probably was.
There was a lot of anticipation, I think, when we were young, too, that there was going to come a time when we were going to see something that was going to completely blow us away. But we didn't quite know what that was going to be, but it was, whatever it was going to be great.
Cool.
Yeah, I would say probably, I mean, as I got older, Ingmar Bergman, all his stuff, particularly Cries and Whispers, was just, all his stuff is so good. The older I got, I probably saw like a lot more things that really stuck out to me.
Nice. Noah, and we were on a text chain and we talked movies. We were going to pick 4 movies that we wanted to talk about. You guys want to talk about what movie you picked and why? What movie do you want to start with? I'll let you start. You can pick. I got some notes. What movie did you want to talk about first?
We'll talk about One Battle After Another first.
Okay.
It's stayed in theaters for such a long time. First of all, that always helps. I think.
How long was it in theaters? Give or take.
Almost 3 months.
Wow.
Almost.
What's the record for a movie in a theater?
Oh, I don't know.
Was it Titanic or something?
Maybe the I think The Dark Knight was also in theaters for a really long time too. I mean, with streaming it doesn't take long for movies to once they leave theaters to go to streaming. They don't go directly, but it doesn't really take as long as it used to. So it depends on it does depend on the box office.
Nice.
If something is getting a lot of traction, they'll keep it in there.
What do you have, like a scoring rubric or a report card? How do you break down and judge movies? And if so, how are we going to break down this movie One Battle After Another? Storyline, characters,
it's interesting. I didn't. I sort of knew what it was about before I saw it, but I sort of didn't. I think when it was over the first time I saw it, I kind of had to question. I did just see that, right? I'm not just imagining it. And then I see it again and I'm like, okay, that's the confirmation. I think the first screening was the invite. The second was the confirmation. And then every time after that, I really enjoyed it.
How many times have you seen it?
5, I think.
Jake?
I think I only saw it twice. Yeah.
In the theater twice?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Great soundtrack. It ends with American Girl, Tom Petty. I thought that was a very good touch. Great touch.
Yeah, definitely.
The code that they say to each other. Green Acres, Beverly Hillbillies, Hooterville Junction. You know where that's from?
No, I don't.
Those are all classic TV shows. Green Acres was a TV show. Beverly Hillbillies was a TV show. And Green Acres took place at Hooterville Junction. Before my time, it was on Nick and Night, black and white.
Seems like something Paul PTA would do.
Oh, yeah, PTA. I did some research on him. That's something.
Yeah.
And the Christmas Adventurers Club, that's like a real thing. Did you guys know that?
Oh, that's horrible.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I did not. Well, I mean, I know that there are, ridiculous organizations like that. I didn't know that was actually a real one.
And
it doesn't surprise me.
It's Hungarian, and the Hungarian name it's like KKK, 3 Ks in a row. Obviously, it makes sense, right? Did you think... Spoilers. We're going to do some spoilers. Is the 16-year-old daughter Lockjaw's or Leo's?
She's Sean Penn's.
Right? That's crazy. Did she tell Leo?
No, I don't think so.
Do you think?
I think they all know. They don't really care.
Does Leo have the right to know? It wouldn't change how Leo feels about his daughter. It will always be his daughter. Agree or disagree?
No, I agree. I think hearing Perfidia's voice at the end, you know, you never forget that throughout the entirety of the film that she was even there. It's not really clear whether or not she finds redemption for selling out all those all her friends, but it's easier to judge her when you're not in that situation. I think that she behaved very recklessly and foolishly at times, but you know, the most necessary things to do, and even the greatest people are kind of like that. So she's definitely she's gonna go down as like such an iconic character as she has already. That was just you know, you end the film with her, and you open the film with her, you end the film with her daughter, and they're both going out to do the same thing.
Very cool. We say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And then the car scene, the car chase scene, fantastic.
Oh, well that
done.
desert too. I mean, you really understand the title One Battle After Another when you keep seeing that hill. They're so steep.
Oh, interesting.
You know, it's going up and down, like it's so repetitive, which is exactly what they're doing. And I think Benicio del Toro was probably the most he was so calm in the face of all that chaos. Like, he had done this 1,000 times. He knew exactly what to do.
Yeah.
I loved that character.
Now, was he there for... Did he know Leo's situation, or was he more for the immigration side? Benicio.
He's there for everyone. That's
because he knew the whole deal, like the plan, where to go. Yeah. So, and he was in it such a short time. He can still be up for supporting actor. Yeah, that's amazing. I hope he wins. I love Benicio.
He was great.
He's cool.
He was great in Sicario. If you've seen that,
I got to see that too. Now, if there's a cool actor, he's cool.
He is. Yeah.
No, that car scene chase was 7 minutes long, and you're in it. I was in it, and then the way that they show the rear view mirror, the road, the driver's face, it was good. What's the word I'm looking for? Camera work, maybe?
Cinematography.
Cinematography. And also, I thought, as a 16-year-old with her hands bound, to know to park the car right over a hill, amazing. Brilliant. And then she hid in a perfect spot, said the code word. Guy didn't say it. He had to go. He got slimed, as my daughter would say. Anything else on One Battle After Another?
I don't think so. I mean, obviously it is art that kind of reflects this current moment, but I think that kind of speaks for itself.
I know. I was thinking too. Do you think this is happening? Like, how true is that underground rebellion?
I hope.
I don't. Well, that I don't know about. I mean, well, I mean, I don't know, but I know that there's obviously a lot of.
There has to. Some.
Yeah.
Maybe not that intense or involved, but there's some of it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Get you thinking. It's one of those movies that gets you thinking.
Very much.
And it, like you said, it does tie into current stuff going on. Good or bad. Mostly bad. Or good. Cool. What would you score it out of 10?
I mean, I probably like nothing lower than an 8. I thought it was very good. Max?
I'd give it a 10. It was
10.
a rare bird.
Rare bird. I like it. All right. What's the next movie we're going to talk about?
Sinners. Yeah, that was ranked 7 on my top 10 list this year. I thought it was fantastic.
Of the year?
Yeah, I make a top 10 list every year, just kind of like the critics do. It's just something that's fun. I enjoy doing it.
7.
And Sinners is ranked at 7. Yeah, I saw it. Actually, and I joke with one of my friends in New York about it, that the day I went to see it. I actually did see it on Easter.
Huh.
And the theater was packed that day too, so it wasn't just me. But it was. I actually knew, because it's interesting, because I kind of like to recommend that movie to people and not let them know what it's about, because then it just, once I knew immediately that it was going to be like a supernatural vampire centered, that was kind of going to be the twist. Like, I knew that already.
Yeah.
But I wasn't expecting it to be as layered and, I guess, nuanced and crafted.
Yeah.
The way that
done.
Ryan Coogler did it. I really like too that I felt that movie had, one of the things I really liked about it was that I just think that it had like a lot of really great characters.
Agreed.
Obviously the brothers both look the same, but they're both kind of different men in a sense. I really liked the harmonica player. I liked
Did they call him the drunk?
Delta Slim.
Yeah, Delta Slim.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they met him at the bus stop.
Yep.
That's
yeah,
right.
I liked him.
I liked him too. He's famous.
Yeah, Delroy Lindo. Yeah, he's great. The
preacher man, preacher boy,
Sammy. Yeah,
Sammy.
I liked him very much.
Mary.
Yeah, she's awesome. Yeah, and I love Haley Steinfeld anyway.
Josh Allen, sports. Josh Allen's wife. They're like, who? What?
She's dating a football player now, I think. Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Football
I
player.
loved the ending scene where she comes in. And
1992.
Yeah, and I like that they both like made because she and him both looked very much 1930s when it was set, and then 1992 at the end it looked very much kind of like they were from 1992. She kind of had like a Kendall Jenner look, I thought. Just the way that she had her jacket on and was, he had and the way he had his arm around her, I was just like, yeah, this is like ETV something. But
I was a freshman in high school in 1992.
Yeah,
brought me back to the good old days.
Yeah, but I really I like the music was fantastic. Music fantastic. Cinematography was, if it wins cinematography, it would just break a barrier for, the cinematographer is a woman, and no woman has ever won that category before.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah,
that's great. I don't know that.
Yeah, but I loved how, and obviously I think that's a great thing, but regardless, I thought that the way that the framing got taller and then shorter, was really, really good. And specifically the scene where, he's, singing that song, that about, he dedicates to his father. And he sings so well that you see like kind of all the different genres of music over time, and how that was just such a great scene. Like that was really,
I know, could have been a musical, that part, the part where they show turntables of a DJ, they show African dancing. It was just amazing mix, and I loved it.
Yeah, that was so cool.
I didn't know it was a vampire movie.
I know, like, you get all of that. You get all of that, and it's like, it feels like a regular drama, and then you throw that in there. I just thought that was like,
my daughter was laughing. She goes, "How did you not know?" I just didn't watch the news, or wasn't up on it.
Yeah, Yeah.
So the Irish guy run to the house, and I'm like, wait a second. What's going on here? She goes, you didn't know?
Oh, that's funny.
Being twins, how did it feel? Which one? Are you smoke? Are you stack? Are you stack? Are you smoke?
I mean, I feel like Smoke was probably more rougher and more like.
They said color-wise. He wore red because he's aggressive. The other guy wore blue. He was more chill.
No, actually, the Stack was the one who wore red, and he was more. I think that he was. Yeah, no, I think that Smoke was the one who was more. He was the more aggressive one. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah. And so I'm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, they did. Yeah, they both did very well. No, it's the same actor.
Yeah, Michael B.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I'm
He was
so proud
so
he got
good.
nominated. I'm really happy. Yeah.
So good
I liked his wife too. She was really good as well.
in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
The one that gave him the bag to help him survive. That wife.
Yeah. Though. Yeah. Though.
Oh, Mary wasn't the wife. Okay, you're right.
Yeah. No. Though. Yeah. Though. Yeah. The one he was separated from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good storyline too because they quickly mentioned that they lost a child,
Yeah.
and then she's holding him at the end. I thought was great. Part of me, I was like, as soon as it went vampire movie, I'm like, oh, here we go, supernatural, blah blah blah. I'm not a big vampire guy.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Fantastic movie. And then didn't like it, complained a little bit, but that ending credit scenes when they go to 1992 to piggyback on that, amazing. Tied it in, made me think this is the greatest movie of all time. Because
It's a great rewatchable movie.
Yeah.
Some movies are better the second time.
yeah,
You know?
one of them, Stack or Smoke, made him promise not to mess with Sammy.
Yes. Yeah.
And they visit him.
Yeah.
And they let him know, hey,
Miles
leaving you alone.
Caton, who was Sammy, this was his first role ever. He never did any acting before this.
and also, I thought it was interesting that they kind of spoil it because they show him come back to the church smoking with the scratch.
Mm.
You're like, still didn't know it was a vampire movie, but then it goes the day before. So you're like, now you know where we end. A lot of movies do that, right? They'll give you the end and then get you back to the end and show you how and why.
Well, they'll show you parts of the end, but they don't give you the context of what happens.
Yeah.
They'll show you they'll show you something that's about to happen. They don't show you exactly what happens.
And there was like a Wakanda Forever tie-in. Did you see that at the church?
I don't think so.
I heard that. And then the day, so in 1992, they go to October 16th, 1992. And that day has relevance, do you know? That's when Candyman came out. Candyman was a horror movie with African American.
Right.
So they did a callback. It took place in Chicago. So in honor of Candyman, they had them come to life on October 16th, 1992, which was pretty cool. And the ring he was wearing can also be seen in Do the Right Thing.
Oh, yeah.
Radio Raheem had those rings.
That's right, yep.
So the stores were segregated. Do you know how the Chinese couple had two stores?
Yes, yeah.
They had a black store and a white store.
Right.
Watching the movie, I didn't catch that part, but after...
Yeah, because they had Jim Crow down there.
Yep. The guy, the musician at the end was a real jazz musician. No, it was just a great movie. And again, interesting, kept me... I was engaged the entire time.
Because what I loved was that, because again, I knew the vampire element going in, so I wasn't expecting it to be that crafted and layered and nuanced as it was. I thought it was just going to be like a regular, kind of supernatural movie, and it had all this weight to it that was just, I was very impressed, and it was, and I like that. I mean, it wasn't. It's not like a. I mean, it's a mainstream movie. Like, it's not an independent film.
No.
But I think that for a. I like that the Warner Brothers decided to pick it up and instead of like doing all this MCU, DCU, AI like constant sequel stuff, they took on an original project, and I like that.
I loved it. So let's score out of 10.
I would. I mean, I'd probably give it a 10. I thought it was just wow. Yeah.
Max?
Same.
And then one last thing. Why, I'm Irish. Why'd the vampire have to be Irish?
Why not? Well, anyone I guess could be a vampire. I realize, I was actually telling Max the other day that because he mentioned that too. He was like, oh yeah, he was an Irish vampire. And I didn't make anything of it, but it made me think for a moment that if they had put in that
There are so many cultures within the movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I was like, I thought to myself, they didn't have I noticed that they didn't have a Jewish vampire, but I thought to myself, if they did, then that probably would have gotten a lot of controversy, because there's like an anti-Semitic it's ridiculous. Obviously it's ridiculous, but they're online, just anti-Semitic trolls saying things like Jews used to drink the blood of children. So freaking stupid and ridiculous. But that was I was like, yeah, that's probably why they didn't put that in there. But I was probably like, yeah, I mean, maybe they could have thrown that in there.
Makes sense.
Yeah, Mazel tov. Yeah.
All right, we got to move on. We're going to wrap it up. Let's get to the next two.
Yeah. Can I do Train Dreams?
Yes.
Yeah. That was actually my favorite movie of the year.
Oh, that was your number one.
Yeah.
Train Dreams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Number one.
Yeah, it was just
Okay. Let's hear why. This is interesting.
because it really I just thought that it was a beautiful movie, obviously visually striking, but just the I mean, simply put, it just had the layers of an entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And main Robert Grainer just, I think, reflects every man who was like him, who gave us our infrastructure, our way of life, and had to watch the world around him change throughout the decades, but he stayed in the same place forever. And he never really complained about it. He went through deep pain, but also just loved deeply, and every interaction felt very special, specifically in the beginning when that guy was dying and he gave him like a final drink of water out of a boot. I was like, oh my God, that's freaking deep, man. It felt very much like it's based off of a novella by Dennis Johnson, who was very great, but it had the feeling of like a old-time great American novel, and it's just like it's such a great story. And I was I loved it.
I agree. You had something really wonderful on text that you shared, but you just touched on it, but I was joking with you and I go, man, I was waiting for someone to turn into a vampire.
It's not, I understand. It's not like that kind of movie. I mean, most of the time I'm into dramas and human-centered stories that aren't don't have that kind of stuff. And occasionally I'll be able to make exceptions. I think that, but I thought, I'm not expecting it to win anything that it's nominated for. But the only thing it would have a chance of winning is cinematography, but I do think Sinners is going to get that, rightfully so.
Yeah, with the trees and the landscape.
Yeah, I thought about my late grandfather watching it, because he was such a phenomenal photographer of nature, but he
would have loved that movie.
Yeah, but he also when he took pictures of people, he would talk with them first and say, "Can I take your picture?" And I just feel like he and that character would have hit it off really well.
Yeah, you mentioned
Yeah.
it reminded you of a Terrence Malick film.
Yeah. If you
Can you
have
who's that? I don't know who's.
He's a director. He directed Days of Heaven, The Tree of Life, The Thin Red Line,
Knight of Cups.
his movies have a very ethereal and spiritual element to them. He likes nature, both physical nature and human nature, and that's kind of what I feel like this movie reflected that a lot. And there were a lot of people that were like, this is like a ripoff of his movies. I thought, I don't think so. I think it's its own thing. But
Yeah, poor guy. I feel like everyone around him died, though. It was so like he's been through it all. The poor guy can't catch a break.
I know, yeah.
And then
there were
$4 airplane ride, and then the movie ends.
I mean, now,
is there significance there?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that was. I would imagine. That was probably the moment where he felt the most. I don't know, high on life, I guess is
free.
Like connected to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably been having so much burden and stress and pain where he's flying for the first time.
Yeah.
This is living.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I took. But it was small, poetic. It was like a little life. The setting played a major part of the whole movie. The setting, like again, the trees.
Yep.
The time period, the change, like all the hard work. That's when men were men. They say that. Like I'm a third grade teacher. These hands, I get blisters sharpening pencils.
Yeah.
Those guys were carrying axes, cutting down massive trees, working hard day and night, leaving his family for long periods of time.
Which was really hard. And I think that there were like moments in the movie that were just one in particular where he is just trying to make his daughter laugh by putting his hand over the candle, and he's doing this and smiling because he's just trying to make her laugh because he hardly ever sees her. So
his interactions were uncommon, and
she was very physically capable too. I mean, just the work that she did in building that house, and
they both had a very they were lining up the stones, envisioning what it was going to look like. Like they both, they were.
That reminded me of a Grey's Anatomy. They did candles when they built their house.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I want the house here. Next thing you know, the
Yeah.
house is here.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful log cabin.
Yeah.
Was that his daughter that snuck in with the broken leg? Or is that a random person?
I
And
think
how did she come in and out? I was a
I don't
confused
even know.
there.
I don't even know if that happened.
I don't
Or
think
was that a dream?
that may have been a dream. Yeah, but it would have been her. That was supposed to be an envisionment of her. Yeah, but
But then she had a broken leg, so how did she sneak out of the window? I was like, I had a lot going on.
I don't think she was really there.
But he saw
at all.
then he saw the moon landing on TV in the city before he took the plane ride. So he lived a long life.
80 years.
He saw a lot of friends pass. He saw a man get killed in front of him. He saw. Did the tree log fall on him? No, it fell on his buddy, his best friend.
Yeah.
Oh,
I also love that moment when the tree falls. You see it from the perspective of the tree in a way. How when the tree like just falls really slowly, and you kind of hear that noise it makes as it falling.
yeah.
Like where the opening shot of that scene, where it's like towards the top, when the tree falls, the camera doesn't leave that spot, and so it's like you're sort of with the tree as it's falling.
All right, I like that perspective. Any more? We got to move on to Frankenstein.
That's him.
I the thing about Guillermo del Toro, and I thought this even back 10 years ago with Crimson Peak, is that he is a world builder. He creates worlds, and he's a master at visualizing things. He's a visionary, but I think that there is something very I don't think he's ever explicitly says that he's not going to do like modern films that take place in a modern time. I think he has maybe done a few of those, maybe a couple. I don't think so, but I think there are some filmmakers like him who are more comfortable with that past era stuff because the present is just, it's so scary. And that's like the way that they're able to, he made a good point too, that storytelling, the origin of storytelling was fairy tales, and that it was the kind where, and this is something that I actually think Weapons has in common as well, that it's not like a once upon a time fairy tale. It's more the kind of fairy tale that parents would tell their kids so that they don't, do certain things. Like fairy tales were sort of used originally to install fear. And I think culturally that changed at some point. But no, I think that Guillermo's films in particular, what sets them apart, because there are a lot of filmmakers who have like a sort of fairy tale element to the way they make movies. I think even Sinners had that in a way. But I think with Guillermo specifically, his films make you question who the real monster is.
Yeah.
And that's what makes his films so
I was empathizing with the monster.
Yeah.
And
I think
the doctor was the villain, pretty much, right? Is that was his goal?
I think that The Shape of Water was which I loved. I was obsessed with that movie when it came out.
Name
I
a couple
so many
of
times.
Gilmore.
Guillermo del Toro.
Name all his movies, a couple of them if you mind.
Crimson Peak, The Shape of Water, Nightmare Alley, and
Yes,
that's all I've seen. Oh, and Pan's Labyrinth.
Okay.
So this is like his fifth film that I've seen. But
did you read the book Frankenstein?
No, I didn't. But I know a lot about.
Do you know any of the movie book comparisons?
Yes, I know some. I know a lot about Mary Shelley. I think she was a very interesting person, it seems. And I think that I think that the story of Frankenstein as a whole is really, in the past couple of years, has had this real resurgence that I find very interesting. I think it really started with Poor Things with Emma Stone. It's not like directly inspired from Frankenstein, but it has those similar themes and plot sort of devices. And then, of course, this was a real passion project for Guillermo, making this Frankenstein, so he did that. And then we have Maggie Gyllenhaal's The Bride coming out on March 6th, which is, The Bride of Frankenstein. So
yeah, because that's all he wanted was a partner. He was super lonely,
yeah.
Frankenstein, and all he wanted was someone else.
So, and it's Jessie Buckley and Kristen Bell. So,
and the doctor refused to make him. So in the book, he gets caught. Remember, he helps the blind neighbor.
I know there was a blind neighbor. I didn't read the book, but
the book, he's helping a girl drowns, and Frankenstein goes to help the girl, and everyone thinks, oh, he's hurting the girl. So that's when they shoot him. Where in the movie, he's helping the blind guy.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, he's hurting the blind guy. The doctor accidentally shoots his brother's soon-to-be wife. In the book, Frankenstein actually chokes her out of rage.
Yeah.
Some changes. Comparing and contrasting. It's always interesting when it was a book first.
Very much.
I didn't read it.
Especially
my
a
daughter
book that
read it.
Came out so long ago.
And told me a bunch of. She kept going. It didn't happen in the book. Didn't happen in the book. You ever watch a movie with someone that's like, it didn't happen in the book? The book's
Audiences
better.
Are social media vultures. There are certain audiences that will go to movies solely for what they're going to say about it afterwards. I can't do it.
And that Frankenstein took a beating. He got stabbed, shot. And he just kept coming.
His physicality was so incredible.
Blown up. Just such a good movie. Good movie.
It really was.
And it wasn't like the creature with the thing in his head and the bolts in his neck and the green. He wasn't like a Herman Munson
person. He really did look like a real person.
Yeah. Very well done. In the book, the doctor doesn't lose his leg. In the movie, he does. There's like a lot of
standing in front of the sun, because it was such a dark movie. I mean, The Shape of Water was dark too in a way, but I think that it was a very hopeful film. I think that Frankenstein was definitely more dark in a traditional sense, but I thought the ending was hopeful. Standing in front of the sun I think was probably the first time for him. That was really beautiful. It was a
pushed away
rebirth in a way.
He pushed. Oh, the ending was great too.
Pushing that ship out of the ice.
Yeah, and then where were they heading off to? They were going back home.
Yeah.
They were on an adventure. Got
They were
stuck
they were going to the Arctic, and they decided to go home
after
they were so
meeting
moved.
him.
After meeting him.
hearing his story. Yeah. You caught that part.
Yeah. I know that most audiences don't, when you give them the advice, this is like the kind of movie you have to see in theaters, most audiences don't really have that luxury, but you say it just because it's like, for cinephiles, it's like saying, excuse me, or bless you when someone sneezes, it's just what you say, because a movie, there's such an urgency to seeing it in a theater. Things hit differently. And movies, regardless, are meant to be seen twice. Why would you ever see something if you're only going to see it once?
Ooh. We got to quote you on that. I like that.
Why would you ever see something if you're only going to see it once? I mean, if a movie is bad, obviously that's different. But if something is worth your time, aren't you interested in what you might take away from a second time?
Yeah.
And plus, you get to go with different people.
I do like the bonding.
It's called an audience for a reason.
Ooh.
It's never just you. It's always bigger than you. Even when you go alone, it's bigger than you.
I love it. What would you score Frankenstein?
I mean, I put a 10 for all of them, but they're very different movies, and I judge them in very different ways. But
you?
I think I am
Scoring Frankenstein?
Yeah, I would give it. Yeah, I'd give it an 8 as well. An 8. Yeah.
Oh, and we didn't score Train Dreams.
Oh,
10.
it's my best movie of the year, in my opinion.
I know.
So.
That's why I didn't really have to ask that. I figured that because it was the number one movie.
Yeah.
Also, I think there are movies where you see. There are movies where and I think a lot of the movies this year too, you watch them and you think, I'm really glad that this person played that part, but I could also really envision this actor playing this character. But with Train Dreams, I truly don't think anybody could have played that part but Joel Edgerton. I don't see
What other
it.
movies has he been in, Edgerton?
Oh, he's been in so many. Master Gardener, Red Sparrow, Boy Erased,
Baz Luhrmann's Great Gatsby.
yes, Zero Dark 30.
Oh, I know that one.
Yeah.
The
He's
Gift.
been acting.
He's done so much. He's one of Australia's biggest actors.
Nice. Well, I can't thank you enough. We're here with Max and Jake. It was so good to talk movies
Thank
with
you
you.
for having us.
Thank you very
We
much.
have Max here from MovieCritic.today. He also wrote a blog on Train Dreams on December 21st, 2025. Go back and check it out. He wrote a nice 3-minute read on Train Dreams.
Film Critic's Ticket, MovieCritic.today.
Jake, you go back and see him at Marty Supreme.
Yes.
He
You
made that
just might
movie.
catch him.
He made that movie.
Okay.
He's in.
Without him, that movie would be. All right, I want to go back. This is Feeney Talks with Friends. Please sign in for our newsletter, like and subscribe our podcast. And we have another event coming up. Please join us February 21st at the Hartford Wolfpack if you guys are around. It's 90s night. We're giving out neon headbands and wristbands. Stefania will be there. Dave from Direct Line Media will be there. There will be 100 of us friends at the Wolfpack game. This again, Feeney Talks with Friends, episode 160. You guys are amazing.
Thank
Thank you so much.
On 3, we'll say be a good friend. 1, 2, 3.
Be a good friend.
At the friends of Feeney.